What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do a quick review of the Oral-B iO Series 4 electric toothbrush. In this review, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this toothbrush, including one thing that you should know before buying. So guys, I got this toothbrush. We've actually been testing a number of different toothbrushes out as of late. And the Oral-B iO series is definitely a good one. I wanted to check the Series 4 versus the higher end of the series, but the Series 4 definitely does a good job overall. So this particular brush does connect with the Oral-B app. Super simple to do. You just turn on the app, turn on your brush, and then it automatically connects. So super simple to do. And I'll show you that in a second, but basically that'll help you track everything. But yeah, this is all the stuff that it comes with, right? It comes with the travel case. Nothing fancy here, just a standard travel case. You can put your brush and some brush heads in there. It comes with the toothbrush itself with one brush head. And then it also comes with this charger here. Now the battery life of this brush, usually using it, daily, twice a day, usually will last about a week or so. I don't want to say that that's bad battery life. I don't want to say that that's great battery life either. I feel like it's kind of, medium in terms of compared to some others that are out there. Obviously to charge it, we just throw it onto there and it works. But yeah, so the battery life isn't bad, isn't great, but definitely isn't bad. And I think for most people, it would be just fine. The brush, any of the Oral-B iO series are using this brush head right here, which is definitely good. It does a good job of getting your teeth fully cleaned, massaging gums, etc. So yeah, overall, the brush itself is good in terms of the different functionality on it. So when you turn it on, you can see, it goes to that, and then you have different modes, right? So there's different modes. That was the high end. This is the low end, so just not as strong. This, you can actually see it, kind of like a pulsing, brush here, a little bit more vibration to it, and then back to the high-end brushing as well. Now, the cool thing about this brush is that it, and really all the Oral-B iO series, is that it actually uses an app to help you develop good brushing habits. So let me show you that real quick. So this is the app here. I've been using a bunch of different Oral-B, different brushes with this, but this is the app itself. Really good. Just basically lets you know your history, when you've been brushing, etc. Tells you, this is kind of cool. It's like gamifies it, so you can actually set goals and say, yeah, I want to freshen breath or whiten or gum health, etc. Devices, you can add devices, and then home will give you kind of an overview of your brushings. But this actually triggers when you start it up. So we're going to go ahead and start this up. And you can see it's telling me to increase pressure. So I'm going to use the table here for a second. So you can tell when it's green is when we have the right pressure. And it's worth noting that we can also change this, right? So this would be to change the mode. So you see it's on daily clean. We'll press the button. Sensitive, whiten, gum care, and then daily clean, right? So those are the different 4 modes that I showed you. When it's green here, this basically means that you have the right amount of pressure. When you press too hard, it turns red, and it tells you to reduce pressure. The reason for that is that it can actually harm your enamel on your teeth if you have too much pressure. So this lets you know if you have, the perfect amount of pressure. Right here, when it's white, that basically means, hey, give it more pressure, right? That just means you're basically touching your teeth. So you usually want to keep it in the green. And again, this will actually record everything. And then when you are done, live session ends, we can say done. And it actually tells you where you've, your brush time and your overpressure. This particular one doesn't focus on the coverage, but it does tell you these other things. And then you can select if you did tongue cleaning, flossing, or rinsed, and press saved. And then in the history, you can always see this is, how many times you brushed each day, etc. Now you may think, well, the app is a bit much. I don't really know if it's worth it. I think it's cool to develop the right brushing habits, right? And it tells you, this will give you over time your brush time, your pressure, and any other routines that you have. But overall, it is a good brush, and I think that they have some cool technology with the Oral-B iO series for sure. Now, in terms of what to know about this brush, so basically, the thing to know with this one is that it only includes the one brush head. And you'd think for the price they'd, throw in another one or whatever, but they don't. They only have the one brush head. And then the other thing is, like I showed you on the app a second ago, it does not actually know the coverage. Like when you're brushing, it doesn't know the brush coverage on your teeth, which honestly, this one, it's built into this one too. The idea with these guys, you brush for 2 minutes, 30 seconds in the upper left, 30 seconds in the upper right, 30 seconds at the bottom left, 30 seconds at the bottom right. What this does, along with any of the Oral-B IO, is that they will have kind of like a tone change at 30 seconds. So you're brushing, there's like a tone change, and then you know, oh, I gotta switch to the upper, you know, if you're at the upper left, you switch to the upper right quadrant of your mouth. So that's just basically how you get the coverage to make sure you get everything. But yeah, overall, good brush. Again, I mean, the Oral-B IO series, they're all good. This one may not have all the, you know, little bells and whistles, if you will, that some of the other brushes have, but I do think it's a good brush nonetheless. So if you're considering getting it, I definitely recommend it, and hope this was helpful.